entire room erupts over her answer. The left is desperate to brainwash people any way they can, and that was exactly the case during the Miss USA pageant. Organizers of the event thought it would be a good idea to give a contestant a loaded question in hopes that she would take a swipe at President Donald Trump in the process, and that's about the time the entire room erupted over her answer. Although Trump sold his rights to the Miss USA pageant in 2015, his presence very much loomed over the most recent event in Las Vegas, Nevada. Of course, those now in charge are using the same production he used to own against him, which was proven when contestants were asked a loaded anti-Trump question, but organizers weren't expecting the result. Kara McCulloch, Miss DC, was a participant, and she actually has a brain. In fact, the woman who would go on to win the pageant and become Miss USA is actually a nuclear scientist that works for the U.S. Nuclear Regulatory Commission. Clearly directed toward Trump doing away with Obamacare, each of the women on stage were asked if they thought healthcare was a right or a privilege. Suffice it to say, they weren't clever enough for Ms. McCulloch. "I'm definitely going to say it's a privilege," McCulloch said when asked if healthcare was a right or a privilege. "As a government employee, I'm granted healthcare and I see firsthand that for one to have healthcare, you need to have jobs." Source: BizPac Review. As one would imagine, the room just about erupted when she gave her answer, and not in the way the liberals were hoping. Clearly heard in the YouTube video, spectators cheered and applauded McCulloch's response. However, she wasn't done ticking off liberals there, as she upset the hosts later when they asked each contestant whether they were feminists. Her answer was surprising, to say the least. "I don't want to call myself a feminist," she said. "Women, we are just as equal as men, especially in the workplace. I believe we've come a long way and there is more work to be done. I think domestically we are making progress and I do believe that we will become equal one day," the South Carolina University graduate said. Source: BizPac Review. Once again, she was met with more praise from the audience. However, things were a bit different on social media as backlash was fast and furious. "So DC has no idea what feminism means. Miss USA, rap god Riku." But, not everyone felt that way. Everyone is freaking out because Miss USA gave conservative answers to the onstage questions. What happened to respecting everyone's beliefs, Josie Derry? This is exactly why the left doesn't like people who can think for themselves. What they're looking for in their so-called resistance are mindless drones that not only believe everything they're told, no matter how ludicrous, but also those who will do whatever is asked, no matter how insane. Liberals don't like people who can think for themselves because they will see through the fictitious leftist narrative, and this especially is the case for those in the spotlight since others might actually hear what they have to say and release that the liberal agenda is detrimental to our country. Too bad for them. People are beginning to wake up to their tactics, and it's going to be through the help of people like Ms. McCulloch, who aren't afraid to speak the truth, no matter how unpopular or politically incorrect it may be. True progress is gained through truth, a concept progressives don't seem to understand. Thank you for watching this video. What do you think about this? Share this on Facebook and Twitter along with your comments.